When is the last time you gave it 100%? You said, "Oh yeah, if I try, it's over with." When's the last time you tried? When's the last time you woke up and said, "Everything I do, I'm going to do with all effort today. All effort to my maximum capabilities, no matter what it is. When somebody calls me, I'm going to make sure that I'm attentive, I'm listening, I'm responding, and that by the end of our interaction, we're both in healthier, happier spirits." When's the last time that you just said you're going to just give it 100%? There doesn't have to be a specific moment, right? We could just say in general, anything, right? I can say without a doubt, the last time that I gave something 100% is going to be somewhere in my kidhood. I believe as I became an adult, I did not give anything 100%. To this day, a part of me believes I've never gave anything 100%. And that could just be me being strict on myself, right? But I like to believe that the amount of effort that I give is about 90 to 95% most of the time, 80 to 95%, somewhere in that realm. And if all of my tasks are getting done, I'm consistent, I'm good enough. I'm not perfect, right? But that's what I'm getting at. Is I want you just to ask, have you actually tried to do something that's like, okay, I'm gonna give this my all? I went to some dance classes a couple months ago actually, bachata. I went to bachata classes. I can dance bachata now. The problem is, I quit going because the first 3 weeks you realize how bad you are, and then you see how good the other people are, and you compare yourself, and you're just like, man, it's gonna take me forever to catch up to them or even get close to where they're at, right? That's not necessarily my reason, but it did play a part. Like, I thought about it a few times, so I didn't quit going because of that. I'm still actually planning on going. I got caught with life. I went to Honduras, and I got vacations, all other type of stuff that I've already went through. But besides the point is, you gotta try to do stuff in life, man. You gotta do different things. You gotta go put yourself into a golf club, try chess, right? There's so many things in your life that you can do that you can't just spend all of your time just chilling. You know, you're just chilling. Try to do something different. Put yourself into a new world. That's why I loved learning Spanish. Because when you learn another language, or if you put yourself in a bracket of learning a new skill, a new hobby, a new anything, then you're going to be surrounded by people that are interested in that same concept. For me, Spanish, everybody that speaks Spanish is interested in trying to teach you how to speak Spanish. Perfect hobby. I call it a hobby. But, if you wanted to get into, let's just say, DIY projects, then you're going to have to go in head first. Head first. Go ahead. Get some wood, get the project, put things together, see what happens. And give it 100%. Put your distractions away and say, okay, I'm going to get this book and I'm going to follow step A, step B, step C, all the way through. Give it 100%. Anything in your life, just to say, I gave that 100%. Because the fact that I couldn't think of a moment where I was like, that's when I gave it 100%, I'll tell you the closest moment. This is the closest moment to where I feel like I actually gave it 100%. And this was the competitive side of me, because I'm a very competitive person, but I played basketball against my homie. Now, me and this homie at that time had not played basketball for, on a consistent basis, 10 years. Like, we were talking about, we played, here and there, go to a couple sessions here and there, but consistently about 10 years worth of basketball not playing. And me and him had a one-on-one because, he wanted this work. And so I told him I was going to smoke him and I was going to try. And even then, the score was like 15 to, I want to say like 13. He was down, we were going to 16. He was down 3. And for some reason, at that point, I no longer cared to score that last point as much because I felt like, okay, I just need this one more. It's not going to be too hard to get. But that's not the mentality I should have had. But now that I'm thinking about how I've not given 100% to anything in my life, I'm going to try to do it. I don't know what I'm going to give 100% to, but something's going to get this work. Something's going to get the full version of Troy to actually try and do his best. And I don't know what that is. Maybe it might be a female. Who knows, right? I'm just saying, you got to put yourself into positions where you're doing different things. A lot of people get stuck into the motions of doing whatever they want to do, doing what everybody else is doing, and just following along. And then you end up 30, 40, 50. But the way our generation is now is like, most people, you know, if you were 30, 40, 50 following what everybody else was doing, you probably was married, got your kids, got your grandkids now, you know, different time era. Now, you're probably single, 40, 50 years old. It's like, you're probably going to be alone. And a lot of people say that they can be alone. You can be alone. I can be alone. Everybody can be alone. But I will say that a lot of times when you're in the house by yourself, and this is coming from somebody that's used to living with other people. I've either lived with somebody, throughout my entire life, I lived with somebody. I don't know if it was a girl, my family, whatever. I lived with somebody. So for me to finally have my own house and live by myself under my own rules with nobody else watching me and telling me anything, whether it's good or bad, I now see that I need to put more effort in to trying to better myself. I need to give more energy out. I need to go out more. I need to do more things, because the saddest thing that can happen is that you die lonely. You die in your house. I die in this house with nobody around to find out till weeks later. That's what I'm getting at. That's exactly what I'm getting at. You can't be doing that. You've got to get your life in order. We're waiting too long to start doing things, and we're putting it on back burners. We're procrastinating, and all that ties back into not giving it 100%. You got to give things something. You can't, I'm not saying do it every single day. I'm just saying do it, and then, express your happiness about doing something and feeling grateful for that fact that you did it. Right? Be proud that you did something that pushed you to actually use your full potential. Because there's not many things in this world that's going to push you to do that. You go to work, your boss tells you to do something, you're going to do it, but you're not going to feel happy to do it. You're not going to feel motivated to do it. So you're going to have to motivate yourself to do these things that you personally want to do yourself. And if you don't got anything that you want to do yourself, then you're going to have to find your own ambition. You're going to have to start just doing stuff, whether you want to do it or not. Because if not, that's how you get lost. You know how many... The number one reason I feel like people are overweight, well, number two, because number one reason is diet, obviously. Number two reason I feel like people is overweight is because they are not actually putting in the effort to try to move from what they're comfortable in. They're living where they're sitting all day, they're watching TV, they're getting up, maybe they brush their teeth, they use the bathroom, maybe they shower, maybe they work. 90% of their days eating. Oh, gotta go to McDonald's first thing in the morning. I ain't done nothing yet, but I'm off to McDonald's. First thing, coffee, egg biscuit, sausage McMuffin, something like that. All right. I don't eat McDonald's, so I don't know what they actually sell. I haven't had McDonald's in like, I don't know, 2-3 years. It's been a good minute. And I'm also a picky eater, so it's not like I'm acting as if I don't know what McDonald's sells. I know McDonald's has a list of foods. It's just that even when I was a picky eater, I didn't eat a lot of the foods at McDonald's. So like sausage biscuit, I don't think I ever had that. I don't even know what it tastes like. Things like that. I'm a very picky eater. We'll talk about it in another video. But yeah, man, give it 100%. Do something. Right after this, I don't know what it is. Maybe you can learn to do a cartwheel. But just go and give it 100% and see how you feel after. See how you feel after, because I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it out, man. I want to know. I want to feel good about myself. I don't want to have to depend on other people's motivations to try to tell me if I'm good or not. No, I tell myself, oh yeah, Troy, you did that. You did that. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Give yourself 100% on the next task that you need to do. And if you truly feel like you gave yourself 100%, you will be so happy. So happy with yourself beyond what most people can give you. I'm telling you, that beats a lot of forms of other people's attention, right? Because you got people that can say, "Oh, you're doing great. You're amazing." Today, I did have somebody that gave me some very kind words. This dude was an awesome guy, man, awesome guy. He actually, I just learned he's a minister that goes basically touring the world, and he's got 120 groups meeting up in Zimbabwe. Yeah, he came to my company today, and he's doing big things, doing big things. And so, you know, it's one thing to have somebody just be like, oh man, you've got a good head on your shoulders. If somebody's giving you compliments, right? But when you feel it within, it hits different. You got to learn how to make yourself happy. And that is a tough thing for a lot of people because a lot of people don't know how to make themselves happy. But the people that can figure it out, that's the happiest people in the world. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm Troy V, man. I'll talk to y'all next time. We're gonna keep it going. I just wanted to give a little video, you know, get you up and at 'em. Let's get it. More than just started.